Welcome back to Fox and Friends First. The Electoral College votes today to confirm Donald Trump's victory. But in a last-ditch effort, thousands of Democrats are urging electors to change their minds. 36 Republican electors would need to flip their votes for someone else in order to derail Mr. Trump. But they can they actually pull it off, or is this really about something else entirely? Joining us now for a fair and balanced debate, Democratic strategist Janice Fuentes and GOP New York City Councilman Joe Borelli. Thank you both for joining us.
Good morning.
Thank you.
Janice, I'll start with you. So what is this about?
Well, I think this is about the reality that Hillary Clinton won the popular vote by a very large margin of over 2.5 million votes. And I think people feel that they have to use the traditional recount of the Electoral College vote to feel better about the fact that I have a feeling that nothing is going to change, because there's only evidence of one person who gave his vote to Donald Trump that is willing to actually take that vote back. And as you have stated, he would have to have 37 such votes. So I think this is more about making a point that they feel the popular vote has not been heard and that Donald Trump did not win by a landslide.
So do you believe that it's partisan politics over protecting democracy?
I think it's using democracy for what democracy was assigned to be used. And I think the Electoral College is there to be recounted, and there's a process that is there. Whether or not it will work in your favor, you're willing to use it, then you should use it. I don't believe for one that is going to make a difference at the end of the day.
Okay. Joe, what do you think?
Well, I think Janice is saying the right keyword. It's about feelings. But unfortunately, when it comes to the Electoral College, it's about the law. And Donald Trump won this election fair and square. No, he did not win the popular vote, but he wasn't playing checkers. He was playing chess, essentially. The game was to win enough Electoral College votes to become the President of the United States. Today, we're going to see the Electoral College vote for Donald Trump, and this is going to be just another one of the series of things that the Democrats are doing to delegitimize the President of the United States of America. We saw this in 2000 when the mantra from the Democrats was, Bush stole the election. This is happening right now for one purpose. They're trying to set themselves up to gin up support against Trump and the GOP in 2018 and 2020, starting from now.
And let's take a look at that. Another excuse, Donna Brazil. She's saying that Democrats' emails were weaponized to spread misinformation. Listen to this.
This was a very intrusive process. The emails were weaponized. The release of stolen, hacked emails caused a lot of confusion, and of course, it disrupted our daily campaign lives.
All right, so Janice, the question I have is, if this is about, looking into the possible Russian hacking, protecting our, elections moving forward, protecting our process, would this be happening if, in fact, Hillary Clinton had won?
Heather, this is not and should not be a partisan issue. This is an American issue. This is not a Republican or a Democratic issue. We have to understand the core central problem here. This is about Russia getting involved in our democracy. We cannot allow that to happen, and I think that 4 U.S. senators have made that very clear. This is not about politics. This is about national security and about keeping our country safe. And the least thing we need to worry about is what happened in the DNC and what's going to happen moving forward. We don't take this seriously. For example, those 4 senators have requested that a special select committee on cyber attacks be formed, because we have to worry about the present and we have to worry about the future.
Right. And
we have a president-elect who also we want his communications to be safe. So this is not an issue that we could be throwing darts, oh, it's a Republican, Democrats.
Yeah.
No, this is a national security issue, and every patriot watching should be concerned and demand that a select committee be formed to study this.
Joe,
absolutely.
Right. And so, Joe, my question is, would this be happening if, in fact, Hillary Clinton had won, if it truly is about protecting the process?
Well, let's go back just 2 months ago when Barack Obama himself thought that Hillary Clinton was going to win the election, and he had a different course of action with respect to Russian hacking in this race. Look, this should be investigated. Anytime a foreign country tries to hack our political institutions, it's worthy of an investigation. But we can't forget the fact that someone like Donna Brazil is just trying to distract us from the fact that the content of the emails. You can't put the toothpaste back in in the tube. Unfortunately, we did get access to these emails. We saw the contents of them, and even though they spent months trying to tell us that the contents were altered in some fashion, we found out that to be false, too. So if they don't want people thinking that the system was rigged for Hillary, if the foundation donors were given preference, they shouldn't have done these things in the first place.
Right. All right. Thank you so much, Joe and Janice. Appreciate you having with us this morning.